Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I have another business advice video, and I wanted to do this video because I have just recently hit a milestone in my business. I made my first 5-figure month and I hit mine in July, and it was an amazing feeling. It's all thanks to you all, and I was just re-inspired to be like, okay, this is a business that I can legitimately see myself running full-time once I graduate in May, and I have to make decisions now. I have to make strategic decisions now to get me to be able to run this full-time once I graduate. So I'm feeling super inspired, and when I feel inspired, I want to pass that motivation along to you guys. And so I thought this would be the perfect video explaining my process of how I got to my first 5-figure month, how I launched a successful e-commerce business. All right, so let's first talk about finding an idea for a business. So if you're like, I know I want to start my own business, I just don't know what yet. I know I have the skills to be an entrepreneur, but I don't know what it's going to be yet. Take a few months and take inventory of all the products, everything you use on a daily basis. Of course, you don't have to sell a product that you personally would use, but I think it's easier. I think it's easier to be really passionate about whatever you're selling when you use it. So think about what products and services you use in your daily life that you like, that you keep using, obviously, because you like them and they work for you, but that may have a pain point. And that pain point is where you're gonna find an idea, an invention, whatever it may be. So for me, giving you an example, it was in the planner industry. I was a freshman in college. I had already been doing YouTube full time, so I had a creative business, I was side hustle, whatever you want to call it. But I was also going into college and was a full-time student. And I love productivity, I love self-growth and development, but I couldn't find a planner that was made for students that was also based around you owning your own business, you being interested in self-development. I couldn't find a product that had all those aspects to it. And so that was my pain point. I realized this a few months into college. Once you realize it's a pain point for you, you then have to ask yourself and ask others, is it a pain point for others? So I looked around and I saw a lot of girls in my college classes pulling out planners and writing down their assignments. And so I started interviewing some of them. I started with my friends because it's a little bit easier to talk to your friends, but I started just talking to other college or high school age girls about their planners, what they use for productivity, what they are looking for in the market, and if they had the same pain point as me. And if they did, which a lot of them ended up doing, which is why I created my product, then I knew that it was a product that not only I could enjoy, or like my friends and family, but that would actually help others in the world. And so you first, of course, have to figure out what you're selling and make sure that there's a need for it, because if you're the only person who needs it or no one needs it, then it's just gonna sit on your shelves at home and it's never gonna be a well-sold product. So maybe what's stopping you is you're like, I don't have enough money to start a business. I hear you need thousands and thousands of dollars to start a business, or you need to take out a loan, or you have to give up equity in your company right from the start, and I don't want to do that. I understand financials and money when it comes to starting a business can be really scary, but that is why I'm so excited that this video is sponsored with Clearco. So to give you guys an idea, when I started out, I didn't know about any type of funding options or anything. I mean, I was 18 years old, had only done YouTube. So I saved up a bunch of my YouTube paychecks for months and took out thousands of dollars from my savings to start my business. So Clearco is the world's largest e-commerce investor. They provide founders with fair and fast capital to help get their business started and scale their business. What's amazing about Clearco is they let you own 100% of your business, and there's no interest on your funding. You can also use data to identify growth funding opportunities in less than 24 hours. I just want to give you guys some stats. So to date, they've invested over $2 billion in over 4,500 companies, and they've invested in 8 times more female-founded companies than traditional venture capitals. Their main product is Clear Capital, which is growth capital that's used to scale businesses while allowing them to maintain 100% ownership and control. So what I think is amazing is you can start your business, maybe on the smaller scale, just save up. I always tell people to get a side job to save enough money to then, pour into your business. And then as you start to grow and scale, I've come across things where I needed more inventory, I needed more money for packaging. We all know you have to spend money to make money. So that is why having something like Clear Capital is amazing, because it gives you the money to put into these investments to help your business grow, and you don't pay off the growth capital till your business starts making money. I'm gonna have a link below for you guys where you can learn more about Clearco funding and if it is right for you and your business. All right, so the next question I get asked a lot is, I don't know how to make a product. If I'm not like making making this product with my own hands and I have to find a manufacturer, I don't know where to start. And if you've been watching my content, if you've been watching my business content, you know I recommend Alibaba. It is where I outsource the production of my products. It is overseas, so you just, have to figure out if that is something you want for your business. But you can get high quality items, bulk prices, so you're buying a lot, but they're in bulk pricing, which is lower pricing than if you were to buy like 10 of a product. And you can have the manufacturers fully customize your products like how I did. This isn't sold anywhere else. I came up with the designs from the cover to every page. It's all my design, and they were able to create it for me. I actually did a video with Alibaba.com where I go into more detail about how it works and my experience with them, so I will have that linked in the description box as well. So next is kind of the creative process, and maybe if you aren't someone who's super creative, then you can hire this out or have a friend or someone come to you who is creative, because you have to figure out what is your brand going to be, not just the product you're selling, but what is your branding. You can hire a brand designer or you can do it yourself with, cuts with graphic design tools like Canva. I've created all my logos. I created my own website. I've done styled my own photo shoots. I love the creative aspect, being a creative director of my brand. And so I like doing this myself. But again, this is something you can hire out, especially, the website design, the graphic design, all of that. I have looked into using Fiverr as a way to hire some freelancers. You can find graphic designers on there, logo makers. It's just a website platform where you can connect with freelancers. So I will have that link down below. Or I love just searching Instagram, especially if you want to find someone local to help you and meet with in person. Just search I'm in Nashville. So hashtag Nashville graphic designers, Nashville photographers, Nashville website designers, and kind of figuring out who's local and looking at their Instagrams, looking at their portfolios and seeing if we'd be a good fit. So kind of figure out what parts of the business you want to do yourself, what parts you want to outsource, and you may have to do them all yourself starting out depending on how much money you have saved up for this, but that is totally okay. It's obviously going to take more time, but it is doable, and I believe in you because I did the same thing and we got this. I wanted to show you guys a bit of the design process when starting. So your product, your business is probably going to change a little bit over the years. This is an image I've been saving on my desktop of my computer for 2 years now that I've had my business, and it is my original design of the Dream Achieve workbook. So it went from that to this. As you can see, there's a lot of changes. There's a lot of steps in the process of creating a product. It's going to take a few months, but it is so fun, and make sure you hold on to all of your original manuscripts, all your original drafts, because it's so fun to look back on. This is actually the designs to a new product I'm working on fall 2021. It's crazy, and I did the same exact thing. I first hand drew it in a little booklet like this. I made myself a little fake booklet, and then I put it into graphic design like this, and now it is being made into a sample from my manufacturer. So if photography and social media and the photo design is stopping you, I have some tools to help you here. So first off is the photography. If you don't have money to hire a photographer, you can do it yourself. I bought this off of Amazon to take some last minute photos for my last launch in May, and it is so helpful. It is like your own little personal photography studio in a 4-foot by 4-foot box. I'm gonna link it below. It's from Amazon. I think it's a little under $100, but you always have this. So for all the products that you release in the future, you can take product photos very easily, and it's you have your own little photo studio. For models and friends and photos like that, literally just go out into your local area, find some gorgeous spots, some gorgeous landscapes, grab your friends and have them be the models for your first few photo shoots. Okay, it's so fun and it's really rewarding, and you can totally do it yourself. Just take the photos on your iPhone if you have to. You don't even have to have a full-on camera. People love those, simple iPhone shots, and you can start with that. For Instagram, planning out your Instagram content, I love Planoly. I still use the free version of this app. It's an app, and it has a website aspect. It's so easy to plan out your grid, plan out your feed, schedule, automatically post to Instagram. You can look at your Instagram every few weeks and just plan out on Planoly and set it all to automation, and it'll do it all for you, and you don't have to think about your Instagram again for another few weeks. The last two aspects I'm going to talk about is how do I get people to see my products, the marketing side. First off, I'm going to say TikTok. If you're a small business, start on TikTok, create a separate TikTok just for your business and post. It is so helpful. Post daily. What made me reach my first 5-figure month in my business is a viral TikTok. We're almost at 1 million views. It got maybe 200,000 views the first 2 days. The next week it hit like 500,000. It's now been a month later and it's still growing in views occasionally and about to hit that 1 million point. And the power of TikTok is still amazing. I know the algorithm has changed maybe a little bit and maybe you're like, oh, I should have hopped on TikTok, you know, a year ago with my small business, but now is the time. Like literally just start watching other small businesses on TikTok. On that account, I only really follow other small businesses, and so whenever I scroll on that TikTok account's For You page or my homepage, it's all business content. So it gets me inspired every day. I get ideas for my own content, and then I post to an audience that's interested in my products, and they're following me either for information about my business and product or behind the scenes of my business and product. So it's a really amazing community to help support you in your business, and you never know what could happen. So just try it out. People have even started the TikTok and shown the behind the scenes before they even launch. So you have a group of people to launch to on your first day of selling in your business. It's phenomenal. The second thing I would have you do, besides, you know, posting to TikTok and Instagram, is having an email list and even SMS, which is that text message marketing. You don't own your TikTok following, you don't own your Instagram following, but you do have your email list that you've collected from your business as a business asset. So you do kind of own that, not that you own the emails, but you have permission to that. It'll never go away unless the person, you know, physically unsubscribes. Start building your email list. I do newsletters maybe once or twice a month, and then I have like automations that happen if people, you know, purchase my workbook. They get a email every month for the next 6 months to help them set their goals, help them use the product. I have an automation for if people recently subscribe, they're going to get helpful tips. And also if they've abandoned their cart, they'll get like a 3 email sequence to try to get them to check out. So you have to have email marketing as a small business. Even though it may seem outdated, it's really not. It's still amazing. You can still make tons of sales through your emails. And then if you want to take it a step further, you can do text message marketing. And these apps and these extensions, and like creating, you know, these platforms, whether you use MailChimp or you use like an app through Shopify to do your emails or your text, they are going to cost money. So that's why I always say to business owners, like in your first year of business, you may not make any profit. You'll make revenue through sales, but most of that money, a lot of money that I still make, most of it goes back into my business so that I can continue to grow it. And that's how, going back to the beginning, you need money to be able to scale your business, and it takes spending money to make money. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thank you again to Clearco for sponsoring this video. More information in the description box about them. And I'm so excited for my business and for you all in your support, and I'm so thankful for it. So follow me on TikTok and Instagram, the businesses TikTok and Instagram, to get updates and behind the scenes and all the details, all the deets. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Peace out.